What is worry? It is actually faith in reverse. This is the second area, the most common destructive negative force that we as believers must learn to overcome. We don't realize how destructive it can be. It causes us to doubt and become fearful and take our eyes off Jesus and keep them focused on our problems. It hinders us from releasing our faith and can even take control of our actions. We know that Jesus has commanded us not to worry about what we are going to eat or drink or to be concerned with the clothes that we are going to wear. Luke 12:22. We know that Jesus wants us to cast all our cares upon him. 1 Peter 5:7. Knowing all the wonderful promising scriptures, when we face discouraging circumstances, then why do we allow our minds to be filled with worry? More often than not, I believe that we allow what we hear, see, and feel to rule instead of walking by faith. We are children of God, and we must not allow what we see, feel, or think to cause us to worry. We are to be characterized as people who walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. We are not like others who have no hope. God has given us the ability to see beyond the outward conditions. Take authority over the negative force of worry by filling your mind with word of God and begin to speak out faithful words. The negative force that hinders our lives is unbelief. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to have faith when you are in church settings surrounded by people who are full of faith, listening to the faith building word of God? In a setting like this, you feel as if your faith is so strong that you can move a mountain. But what happens when you're encircled or confronted with problems, or perhaps when you're looking eyeball to eyeball with a person who's bound by drugs or alcohol and needs deliverance? Do you freeze in your tracks, turn around and run or hide? Don't be discouraged. You're not alone. The disciples who had traveled with Jesus throughout the country, healing the sick, casting out devils, allowed the negative force of unbelief to sneak on them. As long as they were with Jesus, their faith was strong and they felt 10 feet tall. One day, disciples were out on their own, and a man brought his demon possessed boy to them to be delivered and set free. Mark 9:14 to 29. They prayed, but nothing happened. A crowd had gathered to see a miracle take place. Scribes were there to check out and discredit them. Can you imagine how the disciples felt? They must have felt like hiding somewhere. But just then, Jesus entered the scene and turned the situation around. He first dealt with the unbelief in the Father's heart. Jesus told the man that if he would just believe that all things were possible. The man had a puzzling statement: Lord, I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief. Mark 9:24. The man simply released that faith, and as he did, he asked Jesus to increase his faith. In response to the Father's faith, Jesus took authority and dominion over the evil spirits tormenting the boy. In Mark 9:29, Jesus tells the disciples that they have to stay in touch with the source of power, commune with him, renew their strength, and not let any opening of unbelief to spread into their lives. Apostle Paul issued a warning also to the Hebrews in Hebrews 3:12 concerning the danger of unbelief. So let's be on guard lest worry or unbelief take hold of our lives. Be blessed.